إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. I welcome all of you once again, and I praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and thank Him for allowing us once again to gather together in the house of Allah to continue to study. And as you know, in this class we started last week this new book, inshallah ta'ala, Sharh al-Thalatha al-Usool, the explanation of the three fundamental principles. The three fundamental principles, al-Thalatha al-Usool, of the great Imam al-Mujaddid, Shaykh al-Islam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab rahimahullah ta'ala. The class was about his brief biography last week, alhamdulillah, the first class. This second class, it will be about the great Shaykh, another Imam, who have explained this book amongst many of our noble scholars and the noble ulama who has explained this great book, Thalathat Usool, which is al-Imam al-Doctor Shaykh al-Allama Muhammed Amaan al-Jaamee rahimahullah ta'ala wa ghafara lahu wa liwalidayhi wa lilmuslimina wal muslimat ameen. It is very important to know the biographies, even in a short version of our noble scholars. That's why, alhamdulillah, tonight, this class will be about bringing you a brief illustration on some of the aspects of the life of this Imam, Dr. Muhammed Amaan al-Jaamee rahimahullah, صاحب هذا الشرح, in which we're going to read the explanation of his book of Thalathat Usool, walhamdulillah. It is important to know, because we should know the ulama of our time. We should take knowledge from our scholars. They are the teachers of this religion. Al-ulama warathatul anbiya. The scholars, they are the inheritors of the prophets. So the scholars, they're the one that teach us our religion, alhamdulillah. We're not scholars in here. We don't have scholars amongst us. So we read the books of the ulama, the books of the scholars, and we connect ourselves and the brothers and the sisters, those who attend these classes in person at Masjid Tawheed, or those who may follow on these modern technologies of our times, whether it be the Spreaker or Mixler or other than that. Or yet now, alhamdulillah, as some of our brothers, jazakumullah khairan, they put some efforts, as we talked last week about, a couple of days ago, about if we can have these classes not only broadcast but also be in a type of Telegram or WhatsApp or something, in which the people can go back to listen to. There is some notes, some quizzes, and alhamdulillah, I have a flyer in front of me, and also I received yesterday that this what we talked about maybe Saturday is already in effect, alhamdulillah. So we have here Masjid Tawheed new Telegram channel for the brothers, and alhamdulillah, for the study of this book we're doing. That's what this room will be for. Only if it's not chatting room, you won't be able to chat because of the nature, the program that the brothers, jazakumullah khairan, they choose. So it's a channel type So there will be no chatting. It will be only for those who are interested and serious to learn this Thalatha Usool instead of just coming here, attending the class, which is a good thing, and taking notes. Now you have something, alhamdulillah, that you can go back to during the whole week. You can listen to the class again. There is notes in there, and there is a quiz as well too. So in that quiz you can submit your answers and all of that. So may Allah reward them. So we have a copy right here on the table if somebody after Isha wants to take that. And also it is posted at the entrance of the masjid, alhamdulillah. May Allah reward them. I'm saying that it is important for us to know the ulama because we take our knowledge from the ulama. Okay? Those days of like one person come and like, hey, follow me, I got you. Those days are over. Long time ago. Just because someone can speak a little bit of Arabic and all of a sudden he's the Shaykh and he's the Mufti of that place, those days are over. Just because someone get a master's from the University of Medina, Islamia, and get another PhD from Yale or from Harvard, studying Islam from the Kuffar, and now he's going to tell the people, don't go to the ulama of Saudi, Yemen, Pakistan, Egypt. Don't outsource your fatwa. Take it from the ulama of your local areas, and every local area has ulama. I don't know what he's talking about. If he's so true, tell us, name them. Name these ulama so we can see. But they call for themselves, Maghrib Institute and all of them, they the ulama of this time. Nas'alullah as-salam wal-afiyah. And they will denounce themselves from the madhab al-salaf. As one of them said, alhamdulillah that Allah saved him from the manhaj of the salaf. He used to be on it and Allah saved him. These are the people you want to follow? Want to follow these people? These are the ulama? Nas'alullah as-salam wal-afiyah. If someone telling you, look man, may Allah, he's thanking Allah for saving him from the manhaj of the salaf. So that should tell you that's it. You got to put like 3 red X's on that person's name. And warn others against such a person and all those who promote his whatever they are upon. Nas'alullah as-salam wal-afiyah. So it's important to know the ulama, whenever they are. Don't you ever let someone tell you, look man, we're in America, we don't need no ulama outside America. Listen, if there is ulama in a country and it happens that in our time, many ulama are in Saudi Arabia, alhamdulillah. And because the Saudi Arabia is the land of Tawheed. The government, they take good care of the Tawheed and the Sunnah. They respect the ulama and they encourage the ilm and studies of the ilm. They don't allow bid'ah and innovation and shirkiyat in their country. Individuals live there, that's something, but they're not allowed to start a masjid, Sofi masjid, Shi'i masjid, Ikhwani masjid, none of that. Ikhwani jama'ah. There is movements here and people that call into that falsehood. That's why we have many ulama in Saudi Arabia, but there are ulama everywhere, alhamdulillah. So for someone to tell you don't take the knowledge from those ulama in those countries, now you have to take from the ulama in your area, in your zip code. Where are these ulama? Rather, we take the knowledge from the ulama. Doesn't matter they're from Africa, from Asia, from Pakistan, from Saudi, from Egypt, from Senegal, from South Africa, but the real scholars, not those who study 3-4 years, a alim program as they call it, playing games with the mind of the people. They have an alim program. It's like a bachelor program. You study 3 years and you get your bachelor's. They have that 3-4 years or so. I'm not sure, and you become an alim. They give you a certificate of an alim. The ulama, Allah raised them levels, because Allah says, يَرْفَعِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ دَرَجَاتٍ. The ulama, when you read their biographies, like we're going to read now, you read the biography of Shaykh Muhammad al-Wahhab, now of the Shaykh bin Baz, Uthaymeen, al-Albani, al-Fawzan, Rabi', Abdul Muhsin, Najmi, and Muqbil, and them. These are the ulama of our time, and then the ulama of the Salaf. They don't give them a name, and they weren't looking for these names. They spent their lives studying the deen, taking it from its proper sources, upon the manhaj of as-Salaf. That's why they are the ulama of Islam. And that's why we are taking from their knowledge, regardless the time that they lived in or the country that they lived in. As long as they were upon manhaj as-Salaf, alhamdulillah, that's what we're looking for. Now, ترجمة فضيلة الشيخ محمد أمان الجامي رحمه الله. And this, what I'm going to read to you is أصل هذه الترجمة مطوية من إعداد القسم العلمي بمكتبة الفرقان. نعم. اسمه ونسبه. His name, as for his name, هو أبو أحمد محمد أمان ابن علي جامي علي. أبو أحمد محمد Amaan ibn Ali Jami Ali. You got to take notes if you want to participate in this program, because there is quizzes and they may ask you. Actually, I forget to say there is only one quiz. The quiz for the previous class is already in there, right? So now they may put the quiz tomorrow for this one. So now you have to do two quizzes. Alhamdulillah, okay? Inshallah. موطنه ومولده. Where and when was he born? Where? I mean, where is the country of origin? Al-Habasha. Al-Habasha, Ethiopia now. Where is Ethiopia? That's where he's from. I know. MashaAllah. Naam, Ismail. You know that. I know you do. Alhamdulillah. Good. Yeah, he's from Al-Habasha, Sheikh. From Ethiopia. That's where he was born. He's not Saudi or Egyptian or Moroccan or Pakistani. He's Ethiopian from Al-Habasha. The famous place, Al-Habasha. This area is famous. Alhamdulillah, from early time. Mantaqat Harar. So the country was Habasha. The area is Harar. And this Harar is famous area in Ethiopia. And we have some brothers here in a masjid from Harar. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. But just because the Sheikh is from the area, that's like giving him a boost. No, they like learn from him. That's how we work, by learning from him. So, SubhanAllah, there's a Shaykh from there. Let us learn from him the Aqidah. Let us learn from the other Mashayikh, regardless they from my country or not. And from the Qarya, from the village that is called Taghatab. Taghatab. Huh? You have one in your country like that? Ah, okay. You look at me, you're surprised. Now, Taghatab. ولد كما هو مدون في أوراقه الرسمية سنة 1049 و300 وألف الهجرية. And as he says, it is recorded in his paper, meaning the, what do you call it, like his, like birth certificate and stuff. His, what do they call them? Birth certificate, ID, where's those? They're not any, like birth records and stuff. I mean, nah. The official what? Paperwork or documents. Ahsan, that's what I'm looking for. As in his official documents, maybe because they didn't say birth certificate in here. We don't know what's, but official documents that he was born in. Those official documents, he was born in the year 1349 of the Hijrah. أما طلبه للعلم, as for his studying and him seeking knowledge, because the alim doesn't become alim because of he's from this country or the other. He don't become an alim because he's famous on the internet. He has like, I don't know, many people follow his Twitter, now he's an alim. SubhanAllah. He's got to seek knowledge, to get knowledge. إنما العلم بالتعلم. Knowledge is, how you get knowledge is by seeking knowledge. and being serious about that and sincere. That's how people seek knowledge and get knowledge. أولا طلبه للعلم في الحبشة, because the Shaykh he sought knowledge first in his country Habasha, and then in another country that we're gonna learn later on. Okay. أولا طلبه للعلم في الحبشة. First of all, he started seeking knowledge in his country of origin, الحبشة, Ethiopia. نشأ الشيخ في قرية طغطاب وفيها تعلم القرآن الكريم. So he was born in this village called Taghatab, and he, unlike some people, they born and in couple of months, couple of years, they moved, their parents moved somewhere else. Nah, he grew up in there. Okay? He spent his childhood in Taghatab, and he learned the Quran in that village. وبعدما ختمه شرع في دراسة كتب الفقه على مذهب الإمام الشافعي رحمه الله. And once he finished the Quran, the memorization of the Quran, he began to study the books of fiqh upon the madhab, the books of fiqh that study the madhab of al-Imam al-Shafi'i رحمه الله. ودرس العربية في قريته أيضا على الشيخ محمد أمين الهرري. Likewise, while he was still in the village, he was still a young person, he studied the Arabic language. Look how important. Look, the first thing, Quran, Arabic, fiqh. These are the very important tools for the students of knowledge. He studied the Arabic language also in his village, under the Shaykh, and his teacher who taught him the Arabic language was Muhammed Amaan al-Harari from Harar. ثم ترك قريته على عادة أهل تلك الناحية إلى قرية أخرى. And then, as this is the case for the students of knowledge, once they learned and they feel like they need to go somewhere else to meet other teachers, other ulama, to study from them, he left his village. Look, he didn't leave village like certain people leave village for money, for dunya. No, they left the village now. Look, he needs more. He needs to expand his knowledge. So he has to go somewhere else with his other teachers, other ulama. So he left his village, as it was the case. It was something that is known. He was not the first one that started this. Students of knowledge, they start in their village, then they go to the next village or next area. That's what he did. So he moved to another village. وفيها التقى مع زميل طلبه وهجرته إلى البلاد السعودية الشيخ عبد الكريم. And in that village that he went to, he met his friend. He met this person that he became his main man, as we say, a main friend in seeking knowledge. So they were together, and their friendship was based on them seeking knowledge together. And they made hijrah together to the Saudi land, alhamdulillah. And that person is Shaykh Abdul Karim. فانعقدت بينهما الأخوة الإسلامية ثم ذهب معا إلى شيخ يسمى الشيخ موسى. So as they become friends, alhamdulillah, together they went and studied under a sheikh that is named Sheikh Musa. They're still in Habasha, they're not in Saudi yet. Okay, they're still in Habasha. ودرس عليه نظم الزبد لابن رسلان ثم درس متن المنهاج على الشيخ أبادر. They study under him a book. Then they went to study under another sheikh named Abadir. Sometimes you hear some of our brothers named Abadir. You like name, here's another sheikh named Abadir. أي نعم. وتعلم في هذه القرية عدة فنون. And both of them, the Shaykh Muhammed Amaan al-Jaamee rahimahullah and his friend at that time, Shaykh Abdul Karim, they learned in that village a lot of funun, many sciences, alhamdulillah, of the deen. So they spent some time in their learning from the teachers at that time in many fields of the deen. ثم اشتاق إلى السفر للبلاد المقدسة مكة المكرمة للتعلم وأداء فريضة الحج. And then they have the desire to travel to the sacred land, Mecca. Okay, for two reasons: to learn and also to perform Hajj. Because see, performing Hajj for a student of knowledge or for a alim is a great opportunity to meet other ulama. And especially at that time, when the only way you can learn from a alim is to sit with him. And there wasn't, even the books at that time was difficult to get a book. Not like in our time, mashallah, printing and editing. We have e-books online and all of this, and we have, subhanallah, the classes are alive now. Sheikh Fawzan giving a dars in Riyadh on Mirath al-Anbiya. You can listen to it alive, like you're sitting in Riyadh and you're right here in America. Allahu Akbar. And right after that, Sheikh Ubaid's class come, you're listening alive. After that, Sheikh Muhammad bin Hadi's class is on, you're listening alive. And dude, and you have tons of material online, on the internet. The classes of Sheikh bin Baz, all the books he have explained, Allahu Akbar. Sheikh al-Albani, Sheikh bin Uthaymeen, Sheikh al-Luhaydan, Sheikh al-Najmi, Sheikh Muqbil, many. We have a lot of material, subhanAllah. But where is the himma? Ayn al-himma? So the people, they used to travel for Hajj because they know not only they make an Hajj, but it's a great opportunity. All the ulama that they came and make Hajj, they're going to go and sit with them in the classes and ask them for fatwa and ask them for guidance and the like and this, naam, and advices. So this is the reason they went. They said, let's go, man, for Hajj, and also we can seek knowledge over there. So look at how they went to Mecca now. So are you good, or at least you know a little bit of geography? Huh? First of all, here's the first question. What is Ethiopia? In what continent? Who knows? Hold on. Who knows? What continent is Ethiopia? Huh? You know? Luqman, yes. You're asking me or you're answering? In Africa. It's in Africa? Okay, it's in Africa. Okay. Which Africa? I mean, which part of Africa? Which part of Africa? Huh? No, him. He raised his hand. Now you're just following them, or that what you want to say? East. Where east? Exactly where? Give me a country that of borders with it. Wisconsin? Wisconsin? Huh? No, that was me say Wisconsin. Eritrea, yes. And what else? Huh? Somalia and Kenya. Now, so look, now you're going to understand. You're right. So Ethiopia is in Africa. What's between Africa and especially Ethiopia and Saudi Arabia? What's between them? No. What's between these two lands? No. Water. There is water. Not the Red Sea. There's Red Sea and there is some Gulf in there too, right? No. Gulf of Aden. The Aden Gulf. نعم. Khalij Aden. And Aden is in where? In Yemen. So the other side of the water is what? Yemen. But look what they did. Look, subhanAllah. Look. Now if I ask a question, Ismail, you're like, I want to go to Saudi Arabia. What do you need to do? Nah. All right. Hussein, you want to go to Saudi Arabia, what do you need to do? You have passport. Just get a plane ticket. That's all you need. They give you the visa, alhamdulillah, for Umrah or Hajj. You get a plane ticket. All right? All right. If you leave tonight, when you make it to Mecca, to Saudi Arabia, when? Huh? Next day. That's it. Next day. It's an overnight flight. Usually the flights from JFK, they leave at 8:30 p.m. and you get to Jeddah at 3:30 Asr time because of the 8 hours change. They ahead of us 8 hours now. That's it. And you're sitting in a nice plane, sophisticated plane, even if you're in the back of it. Actually, being in the back is beautiful, come with advantage in Saudi airline. You know why? Because you're right there by the Musalla. Yes, there is a Musalla in the planes. In their planes, they have a Musalla. So you don't have, you can pray. And they took seats, like the Musalla is this side. It's like at least 8 to not 10 people, they pray together, Jama'ah. And we have, Alhamdulillah. It's a ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Naam. And they give you food, they give you biryani, they give you salmon. Choice between three different plates. Chicken, beef, salmon. Which one you want? You can have all three of them. And salad and ice cream and juices and water and this and coffee and tea. Cheese, yes, because the food come with cheese, with salad, come with a cake. It's amazing. Now listen to what this sheikh and his friend has to do. You think they get a plane ticket? And they get the biryani and the salmon? Look, he says, فخرج من الحبشة إلى الصومال. See, first of all, they went from Habasha up to Somal. You see? They went from Habasha, Ethiopia, to another country which is Somalia. On foot. Because he's going to say that. I just want to say that to you just in case, so you understand. It's like someone leave Atlanta to New York. Okay? And so next time you take the Greyhound ride and you're like, subhanAllah, this is, yes, it's difficult, but hey, you compare it to what the Sahaba did, what the Tabi'een, what the Atba' Tabi'een, what the Ulama they did, that ride become fun. And so they went, two of them, from Habasha to Somalia. فركب البحر متوجهين إلى عدن حيث واجهتهما مصاعب ومخاطر في البحر والبر. And from Somalia, they took a boat to cross to the other side, to Aden, which is in Yemen. And they faced a lot of hardship and difficulties in both in the land and the sea. ثم سار إلى الحديدة سيرا على الأقدام. Then they walked from Aden to a city up north, but on the ocean, on the Red Sea, on the shore of the Red Sea. It's called al-Hudaydah now. It's still one of the cities of Yemen. That's when the Shaykh Muhammad Abdul Wahhab al-Wasabi al-Abdali rahimahullah, he was from Hudaydah. So they walked from Aden, which is, if you get a map, I wish I have one right here, and you can see that. They go from Ethiopia up to Somalia. Then they cross the sea to Yemen. Then they go up north to Hudaydah. سيرا على الأقدام فسام شهر رمضان فيها. They fasted Ramadan in Hudaydah. ثم غادر إلى السعودية. Then after Ramadan, they continue because Saudi is still north to Yemen. They're still in Yemen now. And they left to Yemen. فمر بصامتة. Samita now is the southern province in Saudi Arabia. So they passed by Samita and Abi Arish حتى حصل على إذن الدخول إلى مكة. And they will continue until they get the permit to enter to Mecca. وَكَانَ هَذَا سَيْرًا عَلَى الْأَقْدَامِ. All of this journey was on foot. So when you go home, go to Google Maps and look at this. Ethiopia, like this Taghatab Harar, they walked to Somalia, then they went from Somalia, they crossed the sea to Aden, which is in the south of Yemen. Then they go up the whole way from there to Mecca. And see if that's like some of us can't even walk to the parking lot. Can't walk to the masjid. They live like 3 blocks away from the masjid. Oh, car broke down. I can't make it to the masjid today. Why? I don't have a ride. But you live 3 blocks away. That's a long walk, man. We're not talking about those who have conditions, handicaps, they got bad knees, they got problems, they got old age. Talking about some youth. Now, وفي اليمن, look, when they were in Yemen, وفي اليمن حذرهما بعض الشيوخ فيها من الدعوة السلفية التي يطلقون عليها الوهابية. At that time, now we're talking about years ago, maybe like 70 years ago or so. Okay? Or maybe, yeah, like 70 years ago to be exact. So, while they were in Yemen, somebody warned them. Said, oh, you're going to Saudi for Hajj? Okay, beware of this da'wah salafiyah. Alright? Don't let them get you to this Salafi stuff, okay? That they call it them Wahhabiyya. Wahhabiyya because of the name of Shaykh Muhammad al-Wahhab. Salafiyya, by the way, we have to mention something here briefly, is the true Islam. It represents the true teachings of Islam. Because when you say Salafiyya, meaning nisbatan ila salaf. When someone say, I am upon Salafiyya, which I can, alhamdulillah, say that. Alhamdulillah. Meaning that we are following the path of as-Salaf as-Salih, the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim. So when somebody warned against Salafiyya, he's in reality warning against what the companions they were upon. Is that make sense? Can someone tell you, hey, do not take anything that the Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ they were upon, and he's going to be upon the Haqq? That's impossible. See, that's what it is. Those who warn against Salafiyya, of course, certain people, they may not know what the Salafiyya is. They just grow up around an environment. People tell them Salafiyya, Salafiyya bad, and they start saying Salafiyya bad without even saying, wait a minute, this Salafiyya that you're warning people against, what is it? What is it? Ask this question. What is it you're warning me against Salafiyya? What is it? And then once you find the meaning of Salafiyya, which is to be upon that which the Salaf they were upon, meaning that which the Prophet ﷺ left the companions upon, then it becomes clear to you that something wrong. Those people who are warning, how can they warn against what the Sahaba they were upon? Are you Khariji from the Khawarij, from the Shia? Who are you? Because they are the one that oppose the Sahaba. The Shia, the Khawarij, and Ahlul Bid'ah, Ahlul Dalal. When somebody comes to you and say, stay away from the way of the Salaf, you gotta be with us. Who are you? If you're warning me against the way of the companions, and the Tabi'een and Atba' Tabi'een, and the way of the great scholars of Islam who they followed what the Sahaba they were upon, who are you? What make you better? They will never better. They're not better. But see, these are the questions you ask them so that you can make sure they will not have an answer to you. They will not, if they tell you, look, yeah, we're better than the Sahaba, a'udhu billah. If they tell you, no, the Sahaba, they're good, but we're good too. Even if we differ, we oppose them, but we're still okay. You're like, how come? How come? Do you have adillah? Do you have proofs? Like I was listening to Shaykh Muqbil earlier after Asr. One of the brothers sent me a clip of Shaykh Muqbil. They ask him a question, rahimahullah. He's from Yemen. We're talking about Yemen, or a part of this biography of the Shaykh when he passed through Yemen. Shaykh Muqbil, rahimahullah, who he himself, he went and studied the deen and learned Salafiyya and this when he went in Saudi. When he came back, they asked him, Ya Shaykh, can you tell us a little bit about your journey? And especially when you came back to Yemen and start calling to the Sunnah and to the way of the Salaf, did you encounter any opposition? He started laughing. He said, did I? And he started telling them. And from that, just one, like, because why I remember this, because when I mentioned ask for the dalil, he says certain people, they refuse, the layman and juhal. When the Shaykh began to teach in his masjid and the like, certain people refuse to pray behind him. Or he says to his right, they will pray, all want to pray on his left. When he asked him, say why? They says because you do something in the salat that make your salat void. He says, oh subhanallah, would you inform me what is that I do in the salat that you say that my salat is void and you don't pray behind me? They say you make tanahnuh. Mean sometimes you're in salat, something comes in your throat. What do? You clear your throat. They says no. That's that action when if somebody says that void the salah. He said to them, what is the dalil? They said Sidi Hussein said. He said, who's Sidi Hussein? He said, Sidi Hussein? Did you ask him for dalil? He says, no need. Sidi Hussein said, dear Shaykh. The Shaykh said he know this guy, Sidi Hussein. So he went to him. He said, it was brought to my attention that you saying that if someone make this nahnaha in salat, his salat is void. What is the dalil? ما هو الدليل? He said, the guy said to him, oh, nahnaha is a ha. Sheikh said, look, I know what it is. I'm not asking you to break it down for me. I'm asking you, what is your proof that if I do that in the salat, that is what? My salat is void. He said, look at the people. SubhanAllah, you asking for dalil, you have no dalil. Now you're going to ask if somebody call you to something, said this is from Islam and this is the haqq. You ask, so what is the dalil? No, what is the dalil? No. So they warned him, he said, when he was in Yemen, they warned him from Da'wah Salafiyya, as this is the case of Ahlul Bid'ah, wa Ahlul Dalal, and as for the ignorant people who they just follow Ahlul Bid'ah and their leaders who are upon falsehood without trying to ask questions. Why are you warning against these people? Salafiyya. What is this Salafiyya that you warning? Can you tell us something about it? What is their origin? Why are you warning against them? Are you warning against them because they are from another country, from another color? Why are you warning against them? Are they Muslim? Yes, they're Muslims. SubhanAllah. Why are you warning against a Muslim? Did they oppose the Aqidah that the Sahaba were upon? What is their problems? What are their issues? Because the ulama, when they tell you, be aware of the Khawarij, they have a long list of the violations of the Khawarij in Aqidah and in many things. When the ulama warn against the Shia, they have a long list of the violations of the Shia. Not because they're from this country or we don't like them. Why you don't like them? Just cause, don't answer a question. You want to be with us? Follow us. You don't follow us? Get out of here. Find another sheikh. This is not how things is done. That's not how things is done. When the ulama now in our time they warn against Jama'at Tabligh, they have a long list of violations of Jama'at Tabligh who oppose the manhaj that the Prophet ﷺ left the Sahaba upon. When the ulama they warn against al-Ikhwan al-Muslimun, they have a list of their violations. And any innovated group and methodology, the ulama, you will never find the alim of Ahlul Sunnah warn against a person or a group and tell you because they are not one of us. They are not from our country. they speak another language. None of this is the case. They tell you because they have issues, problems. They don't adhere to the teachings of Islam. They oppose the Quran and the Sunnah. They oppose what the Sahaba they were upon. And if someone opposed the Quran and the Sunnah and oppose what the Sahaba they were upon, what khair could be in such a person? What khair could be in one that jama'ah? Nothing. Nothing but the shar. Nothing but the shar. What time we have for the salah? 49? And it's 49. طيب. So we're going to stop here inshallah ta'ala this class. We continue next class with the biography of this noble Shaykh. Alhamdulillah, because if we know the Shaykh, this will help us to understand his statements inshallah ta'ala. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله صحبه وسلم تسليما.